No matter who you are, no matter how well you're doing, or how hard done by you're feeling, it might be time to bask in a little fatherly advice. Not the kind on 16th birthday greeting cards about carrying a hanky for her and giving a firm handshake. This is the stuff that hits you in the guts and gets you in the throat. As usual, we at Alux are here to bring you the truth. We're the real deal of dad advice, you could say. So settle in for a heart-to-heart. Welcome to Alux.com. The place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. Number 1. Check your privilege. Wherever you fit in, there are plenty of privileges you probably enjoy that so many others don't. The mere fact that you're watching this on YouTube means you have internet access and a device. That's a huge privilege. Then perhaps you were born a particular skin color, religion, or in a certain country at a particular time. All these things could offer you more without you asking for it. You received it by pure chance, not because you deserved it more than anyone else. So enjoy this stroke of luck and acknowledge it for the advantage it gives you, and what a privilege that is. This kind of insight and humility will go a long way in making the world a better place. Number 2. Even kings fall. Even if you're Scrooge himself and believe you're a total island, then listen up to old Pop's advice that even kings fall. And if you don't treat everyone with respect and kindness on your way through life, you might find yourself at the mercy of someone you screwed over in your past. Of course, that shouldn't be your main motivation for not living your life like a total jerk. But if you lack personal motivation, then I guess this one might help you remember. Number 3. Talent versus hard work. Talent makes learning a musical instrument or playing a new sport look easy, but power to the person who needs to put in the hard graft to get the same result. The runner that doesn't come to it naturally deserves the recognition for making it into the league with the athletes with natural talent. So be sure to give that person the recognition they deserve for their grit, because they're competing against people with natural-born talent. Number 4. Teach people how to treat you. Whatever you allow will become the norm. If you allow people to treat you like shit, well, that's how they'll treat you. Instead, treat yourself with dignity and respect. Don't allow yourself to be pushed around or taken advantage of. Make your thoughts known and give yourself credit where it's due. This way, you warrant the respect of others. If you apologize when you did nothing wrong, let people cancel plans, flip-flop on agreements, and constantly back down on your opinion when you know it's right, and always pick up the bill, then you're setting yourself up to be seen as a doormat, and the only thing a doormat is good for? Wiping your feet. Number 5. Family first. On their deathbed, very few people regret having missed an opportunity in their 20s to go skydiving. Almost no one regrets not climbing another volcano, and even fewer hanker after the time they missed watching the Cup final match in their dying minutes. What most people regret is missed opportunities to be with their family and friends, to share everyday moments, celebrate birthdays, and be in the quiet company of relatives. Treat every moment with your family with sacredness, because at some point it will be the last. And Aluxers coming up, fatherly advice from the most well-known dad in the world. Stick around. Number 6. Average Joe. The reality is, you're the average of your 5 closest friends. If that shocks and horrifies you, then you might need to find yourself some better friends. But if that uplifts and inspires you, then you've done well, kid. So if you keep this in mind, you will always be aware the company you keep is important. Number 7. Show love. Children learn from actions of the adults around them. Don't underestimate the importance of your role in the equation. If you want to show your children love, the best way to do it is to show your partner love. So teach your children love. We sure as hell need more love in this world. Number 8. Take a break, Superman. Dadvice is often thought of as all rah rah, chest bump, crush a can, But the truth is that most fathers will happily shed a tear in a sad moment. They will show how their heart breaks over the loss of their parents or the family dog, or when their team loses. The fact of the matter is that no one has to be strong all the time. Give yourself a break from holding it all together and allow yourself to be a hot mess sometimes, because there's nothing stronger than a person brought to tears who can get up and carry on. Number 9. Life's a bitch. Yep, we said it, and your father probably would too, and he would be right. Life is not fair, and while we're dropping truth bombs, here's another. You won't always get what you want. It's harsh, just like life, months with 31 days, and the sun since damaging the ozone. But the other great truth is, it doesn't work out as it should, and that's all you can rely on. Number 10. Forgive and forget. We all mess up. It's inevitable. Whether you forget an anniversary, or bump a car in a parking lot, or lose your cool and ugly cry in the fitting room trying on jeans that you swear were made for supermodels, or whatever. So in that light, it's important to forgive yourself and others, because messing up is one of the great inevitabilities of life. It's completely predictable that you will, and others will too. So be ready to forgive and quick to forget, so we can all get the reset and restart we deserve for just being human. Number 11. A million tiny things. If you've been missing out on the simple pleasures of cracking the spine of a book, or opening up a fresh newspaper, or being the first to comment on an Alux video, then you know the joy of the simple things. Because in reality, when you look back, no matter how old you are, happiness isn't made up of the big things. It isn't Insta-worthy moments that make you happy. It's warm cups of tea and cozy reads, throwing the ball for your dog, and getting a crumpled up paper ball in the bin in one throw. It's a bird's nest, a ladybug, an empty seat on the train, the smell of fresh bagels, Christmas lights, and a lover's smile. Be sure you aren't so focused on swinging from big moment to big moment that you don't miss out on all the small pleasures happening every day on the ground. Number 12. In the face of routine, find new joys. When the doldrums of life get you down, turn once more to the wisdom of dadvice. In the day in, day out of taking home the bacon, it's up to you to find new joy. One thing is for sure, the responsibilities of life aren't here to entertain you. Some days you'll need to dig deep to find a reason to not throw in the towel, leave the wife and kids, and move to a hippie colony in Bermuda. It's at these times you need to find new joys, to remember how much you love the kids, bring your wife flowers, and remind her she's number one, and enjoy the sound of the key sliding into the lock on the house that you helped to pay for. Or if you're single and you really can't start the routine of going home to Netflix for one more minute, then get off the train at the next stop and try a coffee shop you've never been to, or randomly find a nearby park and walk barefoot on the grass, or drop in at a yoga or kickboxing class for the first time in your life, because why not? Life's too short to Netflix away. Number 13. Always have a plan B. We're not suggesting you should plan to fail, but part of a great success plan is some room for contingencies. Great leaders have a solid amount of humility that should they fail, they've got some backup options up their sleeves. Go the course, see things through, but also know when to change direction. Never be so pig-headed as to think you won't need to make some adjustments and perhaps change tack as you go. There's only one direction. The rest of us need to use all points on the compass to navigate life. Number 14. The easiest way out is through charity. If you can't get out of your funk, then forget about yourself. Yep, you heard me right. Stop wallowing. Maybe you're the lowest, unluckiest, most awful human on the planet. It's highly unlikely if you think about the statistical probabilities, but give yourself the benefit of the doubt in this case. So take your sad, sorry self out the door or log online and do something for somebody else. Make a donation, send a shout out, refer someone, promote a business, give something away, donate your time or expertise, or lend an ear to someone lonely. Anybody, just somebody even more sorry than you. You see, the moment you do that, you'll naturally release feel-good hormones because humans are group animals and sharing and caring is part of our survival instinct. But you'll also have automatically just proven yourself completely wrong because you can't possibly be the worst, lowliest, and saddest human being on the planet if you're able to uplift someone else. So now that you're the second worst off person on the planet, you can now go on living your life in a world that's a slightly better place thanks to you. Number 15. You're unique, just like everyone else. You've probably heard this before, and it can seem pretty demotivational, but the truth is that it's pretty much the most exciting thought that exists. Old pups would probably say it a little less eloquently, possibly along the lines of everyone puts their pants on one leg at a time just like you do, and it's a classic dad comment that still stands the test of time, because however you look at it, it's a fundamentally brilliant thought, no matter the money in your bank, the power you possess, or who you vote for. We all have more in common than not when it comes to our humanness. And Aluxers, for more incredible parenting advice, be sure to subscribe to our sister channel, New Parents. And with that, we're at the end, but we always have a question for you. What's the best advice your dad has given you? And what's the fatherly advice you wish you had gotten earlier? Tell us in the comments. Now, for sticking with us until the end, we promised you a bonus from one well-known father, and that dad is Homer Simpson, quite possibly the most well-known father in the world, and he has dispensed some intriguing pearls of wisdom. So what does he have to say about parenting? The key to parenting is don't overthink it, because overthinking leads to… Wait, what were we talking about? Until next time, Aluxers, remember to subscribe for more daily videos, and we always appreciate your likes and bell notifications.